What was a welcome sight is now a problem that can't melt away fast enough.
The bone-chilling cold helping several inches of snow to stick around, creating icy conditions on the roads. The area is still covered in a blanket of white that fell nearly 24 hours ago. This is video from a Northwest Side neighborhood that captured the first moments of the snowfall.
Outside, the snow created picturesque scenes in neighborhoods like this one, but inside homes, thousands of families are struggling to stay warm due to the rolling power outages. We'll tell you when the power could come back on and stay on in just a moment.
But first, Weather Chief Bill Taylor and tonight's dangerous cold.
We're going to flirt with the all-time record for San Antonio, caught in 1949 when we dipped to zero. We will be getting close as we head into Tuesday morning, bottoming out with the coldest temperatures this Arctic air mass has to offer. Overlooking downtown tonight, you can see it's a cloudy night. Looking into the city with a temperature of 18 currently, the north-northwest wind has died down. That's what's going to help these temperatures drop. The air is very dry. The skies are mostly clear, all setting up radiational cooling. So a hard freeze warning in effect for San Antonio and the metro. This goes up I-35, out I-10, Texas Hill Country, even communities as far south as Crystal City, Karn City, even Pleasanton and Jourdanton. Here's the current map. We've got 12 Bernie and Helotes with R18, 11 Bandera, while Timberwood Park is at 18. Notice that we have some mid-20s down to the south of us. That could be our afternoon high tomorrow, as we're expecting once again to stay maybe at freezing at best. You can see it's always 16 over in Rock Springs. Here's what we're expecting overnight as we get to the sunrise hour: 5 in San Antonio, 2 for the low in Seguin, Gonzales, New Braunfels, 1 San Marcos and Austin. I mean, single digits as far south as Karn City, Pleasanton, Pearsall down to 9. You can see what the cloud cover will do for Del Rio and Eagle Pass as they stay in the teens. Now, here's the other problem, that we're going to start seeing clouds increase late in the day. So the sunshine early is what's going to help us with some melting. But as temperatures are only expected to reach maybe the upper 20s to maybe freezing at best tomorrow, and that's what I'm going to go with, a high of 32 for Tuesday, and just be optimistic on this. Coming up, another round of frozen precipitation moves in Wednesday. We'll get into the hour-by-hour timing, and Aaron, we already have a winter storm warning ready for that.
Bill, thank you. Now at 10, hundreds of thousands of people in the dark and the cold tonight. Right now, nearly 500 outages are affecting more than 182,000 customers without power. CPS Energy is doing rolling outages to conserve energy as demand surges during these brutal conditions.
That means your power has been going off and on all through the day, and it's continuing tonight. Some people have been without power for more than 12 hours. Eyewitness News reporter Zach Briggs is looking into the issues and how long this could last.
Hello, this is CPS Energy calling. Our systems indicate there is an outage.
That's the voicemail heard by hundreds of thousands of CPS Energy customers. Lydia Kelly is one of them, and she's had enough.
It's very, very frustrating.
Over the past day, power at Kelly's residence has been rather shoddy.
We have 3 minutes to 6 minutes every hour to hour and a half.
The rotational outages causing headaches for Kelly, who's been unlucky getting a hold of anyone from CPS Energy.
My daughter, who lives in Minnesota, called me and she goes, "Oh my gosh, Mom, your social media posts, you're pretty upset." And I said, "I am. I just want to talk to someone."
The Electric Reliability Council of Texas, or ERCOT, has instructed energy companies across the state to do these rolling outages to save energy. CPS Energy says the goal is for customers to be down for 15-minute intervals or less before outages are rotated to another neighborhood, but the company admits it's been longer. Other customers say they've been without electricity for hours. CPS Energy officials say some longer outages are because of damaged infrastructure and not because of the rolling outages.
The biggest thing that we can say is that we are absolutely sorry that this is occurring.
Paula Gold-Williams, CPS Energy's president and CEO, didn't think these rotating outages would happen on such a massive scale.
I do want to say that we are working as hard as we can to again restabilize the system for everyone. We're still challenged because of these below freezing temperatures that are really continuing.
And CPS Energy officials say it is highly likely that these rotational outages will continue at least through the next 24 hours. I'm Zach Briggs, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.
Those ongoing power outages, just one of the reasons several of San Antonio's largest school districts are closing schools tomorrow. Here's just a few of the districts that have made the announcement so far. They include Alamo Heights, Comal, Northeast, North Side, San Antonio, and South San Antonio ISDs. The districts have canceled both in-person and remote classes. We have a complete list scrolling at the bottom of your screen. You can also find the list of school closures at kens5.com and the KENS 5 app.
The winter weather being blamed for at least 4 deaths in San Antonio. 3 of those involved traffic accidents over the weekend. And this morning, Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar says they found a man outside his home.
He's a 78-year-old male that was supposed to be leaving this morning around 6 a.m. For a dialysis appointment. Something caused him to fall and die there at the scene.
Deputies found the man at a home on Preserve Crest on the county's far north side. The sheriff says the man was outside for about 2 hours before someone found him. He added that it's very likely weather conditions contributed to the man's death. The man's name has not been released. San Antonio is not accustomed to this winter weather, so was the city prepared?
Eyewitness News reporter Henry Ramos asked the mayor about clearing the roads.
San Antonio Mayor Ron Nirenberg is worried about the slick spots, the ice on the ground, and the San Antonio drivers risking trips on the road.
It's going to be downright life-threatening to be outside.
It's already been a deadly winter storm in San Antonio. I asked the mayor, was San Antonio prepared?
We prepare to every extent possible.
Mayor Nirenberg says the challenge for San Antonio is the lack of infrastructure for constant cold weather events. We don't have the equipment like other cities up north.
You'll find snowplows and these de-icing agents are as plentiful as you would see, fans, box fans that we give away during the summers.
He says city crews started pre-treating city streets before it hit.
So they've been creative. So you may have seen some of the backhoes and things like that going on the highways.
How long should people stay off the roads? I mean, what would be there goes my power now.
We must be on the same circuit, Henry, because mine just kicked on too.
A rotating power outage hit in the middle of our interview. My power went out. The mayor's turned briefly back on.
This is extremely frustrating for everyone involved, including CPS.
Mayor Nirenberg says rest assured city crews are doing everything they can to protect the roads.
We're clearing highways to make sure that emergency vehicles can pass through.
The mayor says this weather response is very complex. So besides transportation and the roads being top of mind, he also says we've got to get our neighbors off the streets. He says a number of emergency shelters are open right now. And for all of you at home, he says be patient and most importantly, stay home. Reporting in the north side tonight, Henry Ramos, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.
Henry, thank you. Tonight, TxDOT has closed down all major highways due to the icy conditions. Holly Stouffer joins us with a look at the roadways. Holly?
Hey there, Aaron. Yeah, I mean, you really can't blame them. Take a look at this map. All of these alerts are for things like ice on the road, closed roadways, sections of highways that have been closed. This is easily 3 to 4 times the alerts that we see on a regular basis. So TxDOT really made the right call. We have seen closures throughout the day for different reasons, whether it was snow, sludge, ice. The roadways have just been dangerous throughout the day. Let's get a look outside and see what they're like right now. 60 to 4 at John Peace, a very different sight than what we saw this morning when that snow was just covering the roadways. Now it's not as bad, but they can still be pretty slick. Let's get to our next camera. Here is 410 at Fredericksburg. Obviously want to avoid the roads if you can. Highways, of course, but remember that your neighborhood roads are dangerous too. Just on my way into the station, I saw a couple drivers that were just stuck trying to get some traction. So again, stay inside if you can. You really don't want to go out right now.
Holly, thank you. VIA is now suspending all of its services through tomorrow. Officials with the transit service say the roads are too dangerous for customers and employees. VIA first suspended services this morning. Will update you when buses start running again.